It's the last month of the year, and today I'm sharing you our actual household budget for the month of December for our family of 5 living in Phoenix, Arizona. If you're new here, hey, I'm Marissa, and here I share my actual household budget here on the internet. It has been a few months because I recently had a baby, and then I recorded some other videos, and my sound was terrible, so I couldn't upload them. So I hope that this one will sound better and we can get back into sharing these budget videos with you guys. I also have been more active on like Instagram and TikTok, sharing more short form content and also uploading that here. So thank you for being here and sticking around. I know it's been a while. It's just been a busy season of life with just having a baby. But without further ado, let's get into this budget so I can show you what we have planned for this month of December. So this budget template I actually have available on my shop. I will leave a link to that down below and you can check it out there as an instant download. Works in Excel, Google Sheets, all those things. This is the budget template that I use every month and have for years and years. So you can check that out if you're interested in getting started with budgeting. The first thing that we have here is our income section. We have Jacob's income and my income individually blocked out. My husband Jacob is a W-2 employee. He works in marketing. He does work from home though, which is wonderful. And then I have my business here on social media as a content creator, and I also do bookkeeping. I started doing bookkeeping a year ago when I needed to supplement additional income, and it's been a really wonderful way for me to get consistent income for my family while also still having that flexibility to be home with my kids, because that's always been my priority and I just work around their schedule when they're asleep. I actually have a freebie all about bookkeeping and what it entails to be a bookkeeper and how to be a great bookkeeper. You can find that down in the description box down below. I also have a course called Next Level Bookkeeper, which teaches you how to do bookkeeper tasks and launch your very own bookkeeping business, of what I've done. And also my friend Andrew Brown, who is a CPA, has done the same thing, launching his successful bookkeeping business. So we share everything in that course. If you want to get started with bookkeeping and making more money from home, I would highly recommend checking that out. We also have a private Facebook group for the course, and it's been fun to see people sharing their wins and getting new clients and increasing their income. So we love to see more bookkeepers out there making money from home. Okay, without further ado, our total income is $9,600 this month. This is after taxes, insurance, 401k, HSA, all those kinds of things. This is what hits our bank account. Okay, now on to the expense side of things for our budget. We have our tithe and African New Life. We are Christians and we give to our church and other organizations, so that's here blocked out for privacy. We also are paying our mortgage this month. $2305.60 is our mortgage amount for principal and interest. Next we have is HOA at $130, and natural gas should be about $39.40-ish. I had that very specifically in there, so I don't know. Next we have is electric. Our bill for our electric each month is $150. We decided to do equal billing over the whole year because we live in Phoenix and summers can be really high for electric, but then winters are much lower. So we did what is that called? I can't even think of the term of it right now, but just like the billing where it's the same consistently every month. Next we have is trash, which is at $20 a month, and then water, it's not going to be $65. It'll be like $100. I'm going to update this. Internet is $50 a month for our house, and then our phones for my husband and my cell phone is $100 each month. Then we have insurance for our cars. We have a 2024 Kia Carnival and a 2018 Toyota Highlander, and together for those car insurance it's like $200 a month. Next we have is life insurance at $52.89. This is for a term life insurance policy on myself and my husband Jacob. Next we have is groceries. We are planning to spend $650-ish this month on groceries. As I mentioned, we are a family of 5, but my kids are 4, 2, and 3 months. So my older 2 just don't eat a ton of food, and my baby is obviously a baby just having milk right now. But one thing that we are restarting back up on this month that we put a pause on for a while is HelloFresh. We've been doing HelloFresh for almost 3 years now, and we've really enjoyed it. I paused it in different seasons where maybe we didn't need it, but we are starting that back up again. And I actually do still have some like referral coupons from HelloFresh, so we are getting that for free this month. If you want to check out HelloFresh, you can get a free box with my referral link, and also it says free box and $60 credit right now. So there's a lot of promos happening. I'll have my referral link down below. You get a free box, I get some credit towards HelloFresh if you want to check that out. Again, they have great meals and it makes dinner plans really easy. So we like that, and we're going to be starting that back up. We did pause it for a while because it was summer. We weren't wanting to cook as much. And then we had a baby and we were eating through some freezer meals that we had pre-made. So now we're getting back into the HelloFresh meals. Next we have is eating out. We are budgeting $150 this month toward eating out. We just do eating out like once a week typically, and it's usually takeout for my husband and I because my kids barely eat, so I just feel like it's an absolute waste to get them food at a restaurant when they're not going to eat it anyway. So they just eat something at home. We get the takeout that we want. Does that make us bad parents? I don't know. My kids weren't going to eat it anyway. Then we have gas for our cars at $150. My husband, like I said, works from home. I'm a stay-at-home mom, so we don't have a whole lot of driving that we have to do, so that's pretty minimal. Then we have fun at $50, but some sort of like family fun thing. Like I'm sure we will go see Santa or do something Christmassy this month, so we'll have a little bit of budget there. Next we have is miscellaneous at $100. You just always need a miscellaneous category in your budget because there's always random things that come up. And then our Roth IRAs. This is the last month that we need to fund our Roth IRAs, which actually you do have until tax day 2025 to fund your 2024 Roth IRAs, but this is the last we will have to do to have them fully funded by the end of the year. So I'm excited about that. $1,400 going to our Roth IRAs. Next we have is college. I do have this blocked off along with the giving just for privacy, but we do contribute to our 3 sons' 529 college savings plans, so that money is there. Next we have as a grand total $6,825.59 as expenses or money that went out of our bank account. I know that like the Roth IRA and the college isn't an expense, but it's money that went out of my bank account. Okay, now moving on into the savings section of our budget here. These are all things that we are saving for, sinking funds and everything. So first off, we have our emergency fund. This is actually fully funded. I do have the balances blocked out for privacy, but we have a full 6-month emergency fund there. Next we have is property taxes. $275 is what we set aside each month for property taxes, and then $72 each month for property insurance, and we pay these annually. We do not go through escrow for that. Next we have is taxes. Since I am a small business owner and self-employed, I do set aside money for taxes, so I do have my tax fund here that I have set aside in our savings. And then opportunity. This is kind of where every extra dollar is going right now, a whole $178.68 this month. We don't know exactly what we're doing with that yet. Actually, one thing that I'd really love to do is put in a pool eventually in our backyard. With having little kids, I really actually didn't want a pool, and our neighborhood has a pool, so we have access to that. But I'm thinking once my youngest is like 4 or 5, it would be really great to have a pool. And so I was talking to Jacob, I'm like, if we save for it, we could save like $1,000 a month for the next 4 years to have a pool covered. So maybe that's what we'll do with our opportunity fund, but $178 this month. You may be wondering why these savings are actually in a different color, and that is because I have them sitting in our high yield savings account. If you don't have a high yield savings account yet, please go get one. I share this every time, but because it's so easy and so important, a high yield savings account is just like a normal savings account. You just earn significantly more interest. I personally use CIT Bank because they have some of the highest interest rates around. They have a platinum savings account, which has a higher interest rate, but you need to have $5,000 in that account to receive that higher interest rate. And then they have a Savings Connect account with a little bit lower of a rate, but you only need $100 in that one. These are still both really great rates, some of the best around. It's FDIC insured. There are no fees, no monthly fees, no hidden fees, nothing. And your money just earns you extra interest. Here's what I earned last month in interest just from letting my savings sit in my bank account. It's always really important to have an emergency fund and have your savings, and you might as well earn some extra interest on money that's sitting there anyway. I will leave a link to CIT Bank below. You can check it out, open up an account. It takes like 5 minutes. Do it before the end of the year, and especially now is a great time to do that because as the Fed lowers interest rates, you will notice that the rate for high yield savings account will also be lower. And when you sign up, your rate is not set. You're not locking in that rate for forever. Your rate will change based on the rate that the bank has to offer. But rates have been going down a little bit. They're still high right now, but they will continue to go down. The good news is that it's still earning you over 10 times the average national rate in a traditional bank account. So you're still always going to be be earning more, but you can get it started so that you're earning even more interest right now as rates are still a bit higher. Next we have is Jacob. Jacob gets 150 of personal spending. I get 75. The only reason why that's different is just because Jacob's more of a spender. I'd rather spend money on my children, which you'll see. Okay, next is extra giving, $50 a month for that. And then gifts for things like baby showers, weddings, all that kind of stuff, $50. And then clothing, $50. This is for like myself and Jacob. Then we have vacation. We're putting $200 a month into our vacation fund because we are planning to go to Disneyland in the spring. I'm very excited for that. And then we have Christmas at $200 as well. We pretty much are done for Christmas, but we just maybe have a couple other little things to get. So $200 going to that. Medical, $533.33 for medical. We do have an HSA, like I mentioned, but we love the HSA and it's triple tax advantage, which means the best way to utilize that is to put money into the HSA. Don't use it for medical expenses and instead pay for that out of pocket. Save all your receipts, track all of your expenses. I like to keep it all in like Google Drive. And then you can invest the dollars in your HSA. So that's what we do. So instead we pay for our medical expenses out of pocket. So I took our max out of pocket for the family for the year, divided it by 12 and saved that amount each month, which is why it's a random number of $533.33. So we have hit our family deductible, and I hit my personal max out of pocket because I had a baby. I also had gallbladder surgery 2 weeks ago. So it's been a heavy medical year for me. We haven't yet hit the family max out of pocket, but we are saving for that if we have other expenses that we need to cover. Next we have is dues and subs at $100 each month, and this is for annual subscriptions and things that we have to pay. Then we have car maintenance at $75, house maintenance at $200, household at $100. This is for things like toilet paper, paper towels, soap, detergent, household supplies, things like that. And then kids, $500. So this is going to be diapers, clothing, toys, baby supplies, like anything that we need for our kids, preschool, swim lessons, all that kind of stuff goes here. So $500 for that. So as a grand total, we are putting into savings $2,809 and a penny. But as you can see down here, our difference, which should be zero, is not, because I made that adjustment earlier in the budget. So I'm going to take that out of the opportunity fund. I'm going to make that $144.08, and then our difference is zero. So we have a zero base budget, and that is how we are planning to spend and save every dollar this month. Don't forget, if you want to check out this budget template, you can grab it down below. And also please sign up for our high yield savings account. Start earning yourself some interest. It's really that easy, and I will have a link below to that as well. And with that, I hope you have a great rest of your day. I will look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye.